and friends. We are going to be accompanied probably by Grant and Norman soon. They were having trouble with the link apparently. There's some question about the chat. It doesn't seem like I'm getting chats or I'm not receiving the chats. So that's a bit of an issue. But we just wanted to just check in with everybody. We want to talk about the Lifewave patch, right?
And right here too.
And right here. Daniela, do you want to explain why you put the patch there and what patch it is?
Yes, so I put this is the glutathione patch because Dr. Stacy was talking about if you have thyroid issues, which I have to put it there since I have a lot of glutathione now. I can like put it here and other places that I need it to.
Right. So we received some free glutathione patches, which is really exciting, and I think it's a bit life changing. Yeah, I feel we're really feeling very good today, and I think the glutathione patch
The Eon.
and the Eon, right?
Yeah.
And we have so I have
I
glutathione,
feel-
Eon, X39, X49. I think that's it. So, and we're feeling top in top shape. We already
You
did
want to put the
one
stuff on?
broadcast. Yeah, I'll put the information. Let's put information for everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
If
at the
anybody
same
wants
time.
to sign
There you
up
go.
under somebody else, you feel free to do so. You can sign up under Danielle. You can sign up under Norman. Norman, I call him Doctor because he knows a lot. Just checking in. Are you still there? Okay, so I'm
That's it,
dealing
AI
with the chats. Yes, yes, we are still here. Anyway, so we're at the same time kind of we're trying to balance all these things. Grant is having some sort of technical difficulty, perhaps. A Lifewave, great product. I don't know what he sent me, but waiting for the host to join.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Tell him he'll click on the wrong link then.
He's clicked on. The wrong link. Okay, so we're trying to get everyone together. Anything else? I think you had some other discoveries that you were making about the patches that we wanted to share, just personal experiences. I for one,
Oh,
here we
great.
go. Here's
Here we go.
Grant. Okay.
Oh.
Grant, you're
Trash
there.
can.
We see your feet.
Oh,
We
there
see
we
your
go.
Lifewave patches. Beautiful.
There we go.
Beautiful feet, beautiful patches. You with us, Grant? Can you hear us? Grant? Okay, so while Grant is repositioning himself into the screen, hopefully he'll figure out that he's showing his feet. We don't hear you.
You want to have him up?
Let's just put him a little. Yeah, we could put him up like this.
Well, until Norman comes, you can put it back.
It's kind of crazy, right? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so yeah, hello. Can you hear us, Grant? You're on the air. Your feet are on the air. Okay, so we just, but anyway, the other issue is that we don't know if the chats are working, and we're trying to make sure that they do. Maybe he's going to come back in the better part of him. But are you able to read chats on the phone?
You have to get your phone.
Yeah, so we're kind of in the dark here, and the Restream is watching us. I believe there's a woman named Amy who's watching us now, and we're trying to get our chats.
What chats do you want? YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, here we go.
There you
Okay,
go.
we got one from YouTube. Great. from northeastern New York State. Hey,
Hey, Hershey
Hershey
Adams.
Adams, thank you so much for showing us. That's the first chat I've seen in 2 days. So it's very exciting to get a chat. Oh, and
Oh,
here
Grant
comes Grant.
again.
Maybe we're going to get the rest of Grant here.
Nah,
Grant,
Grant.
what's with you, man?
Hey,
Grant,
what's going on?
Grant, we have
Tell him
your
to flip.
put
It's
put
great.
your phone.
Flip the phone over. Tell him to flip his phone over.
I don't know. We see your feet.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, yay! We were having an intimate viewing
Oh,
of
God.
your feet.
Can you hear us?
Everything okay there? Well, I can't hear you. Let's
Oh,
see.
he pushed it away.
Oh, I pushed it away. Is this Norman?
No, right
Here we
here.
go. Okay.
I'm
Can
backstage.
you do it now?
You're
Here
backstage.
now.
Okay, I see
Here.
your what
Here.
this one
No, left.
left.
That. There.
Okay, so we see a part of Grant. We see maybe Grant's house.
Let's see.
And Norman, I just see an N. Your camera isn't working,
Jeez.
but the chats are working, so that's good
That's right.
news. Let's get to the chats. Hey,
Hey, Murphy.
we see you,
There we are.
Norman. Okay.
Yeah, now we see a ceiling from.
Hopefully it
Can you
stays up.
readjust?
Hopefully it stays up.
Can you readjust your laptop so you're higher
Yeah.
in the? There you
Yeah,
go.
okay.
All right. And
Oh,
Grant is coming into view. It looks like great, beautiful.
on the ceiling.
Grant, you with us? I can't hear you yet. Oh, you have your
He's getting the
microphone.
microphone. Probably the microphone for his phone.
All right. So we were just loosely discussing. Oh, and we're getting lots of chats. Thank you guys for putting
Yeah, I was
chats in.
What?
What are you looking for the chat? Yeah, the chats just
Yeah.
weren't working, but now they are. Hello, Danielle. It's Murphy, and Murphy 8878. Tina Clay. Great to see you guys. Great to see Norman. Great to see Grant. Well, what of Grant we can see. But yeah, so we received some free glutathione patches, and we put some on today, and we're just feeling very well, very nice.
And with the Eon as well.
And we're also using the Eon patch, which is
on the back.
which
right?
Dr. Stacy calls the happy
Can you hear me?
patch. I can.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can. Now you're this is a great broadcast. But anyway, at least we're getting the chats back. I don't see any chats from X. If you're on X, if you could just let us know that you're here. Grant, I don't know what's going on, man, but Grant's repositioning, I guess, and working on his microphone. Grant, you're sideways. There you go. Excellent. You
Hey, it Norman looks like he's frozen.
Are you cold in Vegas, Norman?
He's frozen.
Everybody's frozen.
I'm freezing.
You're frozen. Okay, there you go. Can't be live.
So you can,
Yeah, it's very exciting.
you can hear me, but I'm not moving, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
Exactly.
With
And Grant's having a show.
we're very professional here with
This is reality TV.
reality TV. Yeah, can't beat live TV, right, Murphy? So, and we have 26 people online. So, I don't know what Grant is coming into view. At any rate, we're having a very nice experience both with the Eon patch and the glutathione. Have you noticed? I mean, is there one that you've noticed is different from the other?
Well, I could feel more I don't know. Eon, I could just. I don't know. It's a different kind of on the back than the. I could feel the glutathione, not the thyroid, but I don't know what I'm supposed to feel like. It's like a little tingle or something. Like it's kind of like not vibrating, but I don't know, something like
Here comes
that.
Grant. Grant,
Grant.
you're you're with us now. All right. Yeah, these kinds of things. Listen, we're very happy that we have
Yeah.
the chats. I don't know if you guys saw, but I just did an interview with two with Sandy
Bill
Sandy and Bill
and
that are for the
Karen. Yeah.
Republic. It was a very important interview, I think. But we're here to discuss LifeWave and other health related issues, and we're very happy that people are resilient and persistent enough to hang with us. Are you able to provide the page link? Yes. She wants to pay. Well, let me just. I have to do one thing quickly. Let me just see if. Let me just say. Wait. Let me just tell her. Um,
The chats are
it's
working.
working now. It's
Ari just getting YouTube though.
working.
Ari just getting YouTube
Just
on.
getting YouTube. Um, it's working. I'm sorry, guys.
Hmm? Okay.
All right.
No more.
So, Norm, any things you want to add about the patches at this point?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was hoping that we could talk about a specific function of the X39 patch, but I'm going to keep stopping every so a couple. Like, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Okay. I don't know why I'm frozen, but it's not that cold here, really.
Oh, there's green again. Yeah, you didn't click on
So
it.
you want?
So
You didn't click
Yeah.
on it. There.
did we lose Grant? Oh, there he is. There he is.
And we lost him again.
I guess
I
he's
don't.
figuring something out. But you
Yeah.
you wanted to talk about X39?
So X39 is the patch that I've been experimenting with the most, and Eon. And I stumbled upon an article, which is actually a 59-page study. And it's a 59-page study called The Metabolic Implications of the Lifewave X39 patch. It's written by 3 PhDs and a doctor of orthomolecular medicine. So it has, I mean, to the extent that, these are some pretty well educated people, well researched people, it has a lot of credibility. And when you read the study from beginning to end and the testing that they do with the participants, um, focusing on the copper tripeptide, the GHK-CU, it's really amazing. It's really amazing. So I read it. I read it. I actually read it twice, and then I started to do some other research. So I have sort of like all these dots that, if I could use that expression, that I'm trying to connect. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Like like what about light? What about copper? What about glutathione? What about patching versus doing some other, you know, technology, or supplementation, or eating, or whatever? And these things that I'm trying to connect in my mind are really, really interesting. So I was going to read something and then I was going to sort of talk about these connections. Does it make, can I do that?
Yeah, please.
Mhm.
Okay, because I'm not, I mean, 59 pages, it's a lot of.
Mhm.
But the Lifewave X39 patch focuses on stimulating the copper tripeptide GHK-Cu. Copper tripeptide is a small protein composed of three amino acids. By the way, very similar to glutathione, because glutathione is three amino acids that form the tripeptide, one of which is glycine, and glycine is one of the amino acids in GHK. So, copper tripeptide is a small protein composed of the three amino acids or protein building blocks glycine, histidine, and lysine, combined in a specific geometric configuration with the physiological beneficial mineral copper. So basically, what it's saying is that this tripeptide has a special affinity for copper. Now, here's where I start to get into these dots. There are, it's either 17 or 19, I'm not quite sure. I think it's 19 elements that if without those elements, without one of those elements, we would not be able to be alive. So we're alive because of, hydrogen, we're alive because of sodium, we're alive because of potassium, we're alive because of phosphorus, on and on and on. And as a former chemistry teacher, you know what I'm saying. But a lot of people don't know that one of those is copper. And one of the things I'm realizing, and I studied homeopathy a little bit, is that some of the things that we need, not only to stay alive but to thrive, we need in very, very small quantities. Like we don't even forget about needing a little bit of copper. If we have too much copper or too much zinc, um, it could cause us metabolic issues. So the tripeptide GHK was first isolated from human blood in 1973 by a man named Dr. Lauren Pickard. And Pickard noticed, remember, this is a Lifewave study. Pickard noticed differences in the levels of fibrinogen based on age. He additionally noticed that these differences stopped when older liver cells were incubated in blood from younger individuals. So when they took human subjects that were older and they incubated their livers with younger cells, they thrived. And it's interesting to note that this peptide's also been found in saliva, urine, and collagen. So this copper tripeptide, according to Lifewave, is stimulated with the X39 patch. So here we go with some of the dots. It's like, what is the significance of phototherapy? What's the connection to copper? What's the connection to light? And why does stimulating, and by the way, as you know, when you get the Lifewave patch, the X39 patch, it doesn't suggest lots and lots of points along the meridians to put it in. There's only, I think, two or two that are suggested. And so here's, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
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 Okay. So I was thinking, do we have enough time to play a short video?
Sure. The question is, how would we share it? I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I don't need this. You probably aren't going to see it regardless, but would you be able to hear it? Do I need a sharing capability?
I don't know how you would do it on Restream, but
You can
maybe
test
not.
it.
Maybe you want to send me the let's see, if you sent me the link by Gmail, I could probably
Sure,
oh no,
sure.
you know what, it once the show starts, it's very hard to add an additional source. Why don't you play it, and we'll
Yeah,
just
try
listen to
playing it.
the
Okay,
to this.
let me see if you can hear it.
Okay,
Like I said, it's between 4 and 5 minutes long. Um, is Grant still with us?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't
He's kind of
know.
coming in and out.
Okay, a second. I think you're going to be able to hear it because you can hear me.
Yeah,
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
so I just think this is really amazing. And I'm when after if you hear it, well, I'll tell you when it starts, so that
You want to congregate?
Oh,
if you if you're hearing it, then that's fine. But if you don't, then the person that's speaking is um, just give me a second.
if anybody's listening from the X channel, if you could send a chat, because we're getting Rumble and we're getting YouTube, and we just want to make
All
sure
right,
we're getting the X chats or Facebook.
In your copper. GHKCU. Here's a mass on why it's more than just a skin peptide. 3 amino acids, 1 copper ion, and the biological equivalent of finding the answer to your body's entire regeneration system. But here's what pisses me off. Every soccer mom and self-proclaimed Instabro expert is talking about it like it's some fancy skin ingredient or a biohacking trend. That's like calling a nuclear reactor a nice little space heater. Your body knows how to regenerate. It has the blueprint, the machinery. What it's losing is the signal. GHKCU is that signal. It's floating around in your plasma, your saliva, your urine, and it gets released when tissue gets damaged. You want to know why you're tired and foggy and your skin looks like crap and you don't recover like you used to? ATP, adenosine triphosphate. It's the currency of life. I talk about this all the time. Every single thing your body does, thinking, breathing, healing, moving, detoxifying, requires ATP. And you make approximately your entire body weight in ATP every single day. Where? Your mitochondria, these little powerhouses in your cells that everybody talks about, but nobody actually understands. Here's what actually happens. You eat food. That food gets broken down into electrons. Those electrons enter the electron transport chain in your mitochondria. It's a series of protein complexes that pass electrons down like the world's most important assembly line. Complex 4, cytochrome C oxidase, is the final step and where the majority of your ATP actually gets produced. It's also the rate limiting step. It's the bottleneck. And guess what complex 4 requires to function? Copper. So when you have adequate copper at complex 4, your electron transfer runs efficiently. When you don't, everything backs up. You get electron leakage, free radical production, mitochondrial dysfunction, and ultimately cellular energy crisis. But it gets better. 2012 New England Journal of Medicine proved it increases the expression of PGC1 alpha, which is the master regulator of making new mitochondria. So you're not just making mitochondria work better, you're making more of them with copper. So watch, more mitochondria, more ATP production, more cellular energy, better everything. And here's where people get it catastrophically wrong. They think, oh, GHKCU, that's for wrinkles. No, that's like saying oxygen is for breathing and ignoring that it also powers your muscles, your brain, your heart, and every other cell in your body. Let me break down what it actually does at the cellular level. It modulates the extracellular matrix, the scaffolding that holds your tissue together. 2004 study by McCart showed it stimulates collagen synthesis, elastin production, glycosaminoglycan formation. That's not just skin. That's blood vessels, organs, connective tissue, everywhere. It regulates metalloproteinases. These are the enzymes that break down damaged tissue. Too much, tissue destruction, arthritis, COPD, chronic wounds. Too little, and you get dead tissue accumulation. GHKCU is what balances this perfectly. It activates stem cells. 2015 Cell Metabolism showed GHKCU increases the mobilization and activity of adult stem cells, your body's repair crew. This isn't cosmetic, you guys. This is fundamental tissue regeneration at a systemic level. Here's the mechanism that makes everything possible. When GHKCU enters the body, here's what happens. Step 1, the copper peptide complex binds to specific receptors on cell membranes. The main one, LRP1, this is the same receptor, by the way, that clears all the damaged proteins and facilitates cellular signaling. Step 2, once inside, GHKCU activates dozens of signaling pathways. It's the master control for cell survival, proliferation, differentiation. Step 3, here's the crazy part. GHKCU can actually enter the nucleus. 2014 study by Campbell showed it binds directly to DNA. It's literally talking to your genes. Step 4, you remember?
Do you hear all that?
We heard up to step 4, but
Yeah.
it's amazing.
No, I turned it off at step 4. But so you heard probably the first 3.5 to 4.
It's profound. I mean, they're talking about
So he said two things. He said two things that are worthwhile, and this is where I'm going to try to bring this home. He said two things that are worthwhile repeating. He said that it stimulates stem cells. Now, remember, this guy is not promoting, although he's not promoting, but he's not promoting Lifewave. He's making a case for this copper peptide, right? So he said it stimulates stem cells, and then he also said that it balances, it balances all of these different activities in our body. And then the third thing that I thought was noteworthy was that he talked about cytochrome C oxidase. Now, I'm going to read you one other thing by one of my favorite people in the world, Dr. Josh Axe. And I'm going to make a connection back to phototherapy. So Josh Axe says that red and near infrared light can penetrate the skin and act on mitochondria through stimulation of a molecule called cytochrome C oxidase. This molecule is part of the mitochondrial electron transport chain that produces ATP. Remember, he said this, the video, the doctor said, it doesn't just cause your mitochondria to function, meaning which is where all your energy comes from. It's the powerhouse of the cell. He said it actually can make new mitochondria. So red and near infrared light enhances the efficiency of the mitochondrial electron transport chain, or ATP, and energy production. By doing so, red near infrared light therapy also improves cellular signaling, which is another thing that he. Remember, I'm making connection between two different approaches by two different scientists, and triggers cellular changes that lead to beneficial cellular responses, including enhanced antioxidant defenses and improved cellular function. In this study, this 59-page study that's about Lifewave X39 patch, it also says that the X39 patch and its effect vis-a-vis the copper peptide helps increase glutathione. A number of benefits have been described for red near infrared light therapy, including, for example, accelerated wound healing and increased capacity to decrease muscle damage and improve muscle recovery through exercise, which I think is some of the things you've noticed, Ellie. So I'm saying that this activity of the X39 and copper, and how important copper is. And then I'm going to, you ready for this? These are part of the dots. I'm going to the Bible. Okay? You're going to love this. King David was thought he was going to build the temple. And God said to King David, no, you're not going to build the temple. Your son's going to build the temple. His name's Solomon. And what did King David leave Solomon? He left him iron, he left him silver, he left him gold, and he left him copper. Without those four elements, that temple couldn't have been built. So We are, this is my summary, we are beings of condensed light. That's what we are. We're just, we're just condensed light. But not everybody is experiencing that light and emanating that light and absorbing that light equally. And that's what this X39 patch arguably does, is it reflects back and improves upon and increases. And you can, and so you can talk about it sort of medically or scientifically. You can talk about copper's, antimicrobial activities. You can talk about, however you want to talk about it. But when you look into this idea that what copper is doing is improving the signaling of cells and being and able to go right into the mitochondria and make more mitochondria. Essentially what it's doing is it's increasing your light.
Amazing. I mean,
After dot connect.
right. I'm seeing in the comments, Agnes Peters says, I put the used patches under my 11-year-old golden retriever's bed and it helps him. She says, I love it, Ellie. Started in December. I'm 58 and my aches and pains are gone. Beautiful couple. Thanks, Starfire.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing technology when you think about it, that we are light. And of course, copper plays a big part in the Torah. There are also copper. Aren't there copper? Let's see. Well, the Mishkan, the altar there was a copper altar that was used for the incense.
There's a quote. I can't specifically say which part of Tanakh it's quoted in or it's quoted from, but it's actually a couple different places. I will give you a land of milk and honey, but it also says, I will give you a land of milk and honey and iron. And iron is that thing that transports oxygen throughout the blood, and yet what I'm saying is that copper is essential part of that process in its unique way. There's something called reactive oxygen species, which is what this essentially cellular signaling is about. And basically, it's just, when you boil these things down into sort of everyday language, what it is, it's about balancing, creating homeostasis in the body. You can't have too much of this. You can't have too little of that. You can't have too much of that. You can't have too little of this. It's all about balance.
Grant said he was on Safari, couldn't find you or something.
Grant, are you back? Are you?
Yeah, he sent a message, but he didn't.
He sent a message. It's very interesting. I mean, this activation of copper peptide. I didn't know it's a copper molecule surrounded by 3 peptides. Is that?
It's three amino acids. 3 amino acids that have a unique and special, because of their common. Like, remember, glutathione is also a tripeptide, but it's a different combination, even though they share one, which is glycine. It's a different combination. This particular combination has a special affinity, or maybe you could say magnetism, to copper.
Mm-hmm. But it's interesting to me in terms of the mechanics of this, in that this copper acts as a kind of a conduit for a bunch of different things like signaling, mitochondria, and that you're saying there is copper within, we have enough copper inside of us, but the infrared light activates it in some way.
I'm saying that we have copper. Yeah, you're on the right track. We have copper in our saliva, we have copper in our urine, but it's sort of like, maybe you could say it's kind of inactive. But I wanted to point a couple things out, because I don't know if Grant can hear us, but So the copper tripeptide belongs to a group of emergency response molecules which are released during injury and come to the body's aid. It's released by the body when there's an injury to tissue. This again. I'm drawing a little bit of a corollary. An analogy to glutathione because we produce glutathione, and one of the mistakes we make is we think we can just consume glutathione. If we know that we have this going back to copper, if we know we have this in our body, then the question is it being utilized properly? And that's where I'm coming from. So research has identified that the peptides used to signal the beginning of the repair process. This benefit was specifically then documented through research for post-laser or surgical wounds, burns, skins, or hair transplants, and diabetic ulcers. Diabetic wounds healed 3 times faster in the presence of copper tripeptide. And the time to, this is a crazy word, but the time to re-epithelialization, creating new skin, has been, and it's been suggested to have a potential therapeutic role in age-related neurodegeneration and cognitive decline. So, I mean, that was where the doctor on the video, which I know you didn't see, was coming from. It's like you look at certain skincare products and they've got copper in it, and everybody says, "Oh, copper, it's great for your skin." He's like, "That's nothing. That's like talking about a nuclear reactor as a heat warmer, right?" So GHK was able to suppress 70% of the genes involved in the development of metastatic form of colon cancer. What I'm really saying is look, you've got to assume that the X39 patch does what it says it's supposed to do. And if it does what it says it's supposed to do, I haven't used it long enough, but if it does what it's supposed to do, or what it's purported to do, then it does all of these things that I'm reading to you about.
Got it. Yeah, it does a bunch of different really important things for the body. Yeah, and it's an overall kind of wellness thing. Yet it affects the body on a molecular and the level of genes as well. Though genes are much more complex. Am I right? Than
Yeah. Well, with genes, it comes down to expression. Like is a gene that maybe we don't want to have being expressed, in which case we need to down regulate it, or is it not being expressed and we need to have it expressed and we need to upregulate it? You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, you're right. It has an effect on a genetic level.
all right. Well, this is interesting. Does anybody have any questions? Or I'm trying to remember. It's been a couple of years, but I know copper has generally has a +2 charge. Doesn't that mean that it's lacking 2 electrons? That it needs to have more electrons in order to fulfill its outer shell. I mean, I'm just thinking. I don't have a chemistry book with me, but I know copper is usually written as copper +2. Although I think there are different ions.
Well, I'm actually looking at the periodic table. I have it in front of me. Mm-hmm. Copper is in the 11th group, and it's in the 4th period. One, two, three. Yeah, 4th period, meaning going across, and the 11th group going down. And copper sits on top of silver, interestingly enough, and sits on top of gold. There's one other, well, there's 3 others. Well, no, there's one other that it sits upon, but I'm not sure how significant rhodogenium is. But you know this better than I would think, why certain things are like, why copper, silver, and gold. And I just told you from the Bible how interesting it is. Now, iron is number 26 in the periodic chart, and it's also three um, three groups. Okay, three groups prior to copper, but it's in the same period. Iron. So but also iron's number 26, Ellie.
Right. 26 has the gematria of Havaya, which is God's name as he appears above nature. So that's significant. What's the atomic number of copper?
29.
29.
And by the way, you know what silver is?
No, what's silver again?
Silver's 47.
47. Right. Interesting.
Not
Well,
45, not 48.
there's another like kind of little known fact that I think is could have some importance in this, and that is most of the periodic table are metals. Most the transition metals, I believe, but of all the metals in the world, there are only two metals that are not silver colored, and those are gold and copper.
Well, the other thing about copper, silver, and gold is they're considered precious, and and this goes back to in my opinion, the function of the again, the purported function of X39 or any of the patches for that matter is that those elements conduct electricity.
Right. Right. And that could be key to this whole thing. Now, what's the relationship between photons and electrons?
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't know. I mean, I would be speculating, or I would stumble over my words. So I'm not sure.
You
Oh,
know, it,
the other thing about these three elements is they don't rust.
right.
Well, copper
tarnishes, and
copper tarnishes. So
silver.
gold, so you can pull gold out of the hills in Kingman, Arizona, and that go or someplace in the Middle East, and that gold could have been thousands of years old, and it's just like it was when it went into the ground.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Gold is the only one that doesn't tarnish.
right. But they don't rust. Tarnish and rust is different.
Right. Right. Got it. Yeah. Rust is associated with oxidation. So iron would oxidize, and so too copper, because the oxygen molecule has a negative, a kind of a negative charge. So it would want to pair up with, it would want to oxygenate. It seems like. But these are all fascinating things, and I don't think it's beyond our understanding. I think in this our new awareness that we will be back to. I always talk about 1964 when we all felt we were all mini scientists. I don't know if you remember. You also went to the World's Fair, right, Norman?
Yeah. Hey, Ellie, while you were talking, I just hit this real quick. It says copper is a non-ferrous metal that does not rust, but forms patina on its surface when exposed to oxygen. I've seen copper used, um, like I think on the outside of buildings. So you wouldn't necessarily want to use copper if it rusted.
Right, but it does turn green over time.
Yeah,
Would-
it gets very pretty. Gets very
Yeah.
color.
Yeah. Well, this is all interesting stuff, and I think we'll talk about this more because it is elemental to our, I mean, in basic chemistry terms, like a lot of the difficulty, it seems to me, in understanding chemistry is that most or let's say some chemistry people don't really have a clear understanding of the simplicity of it. I'm sorry,
Good. I saw.
Norman.
hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes,
I hear you
yes,
now. Yeah.
finally.
Oh, jeez.
So you,
I bought a new microphone so that I could work it on Firefox, and the damn thing doesn't work. And then I
right.
couldn't get the Safari to work either.
Yeah,
I
it
had to
all
give I had to give all these new permissions, but apparently I either didn't click the right permission for the video for the camera, or it
Sorry
didn't matter.
about that. I tried.
But I'm using, as you suggested, Grant. I'm using Google Chrome.
Oh, you're using Google Chrome?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll have to try that. I don't even have Chrome on my iPhone. But I don't even see Norman.
Ellie, I was thinking about something. I don't know if this is where you were going. I mean, because chemistry is basically just the study of life. Life on Earth. So, if you take a pendulum and it swings in one direction, let's say that on one end of the spectrum or the pendulum swing, you have, hardcore science, or chemistry or physics or whatever you want to call it. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have spirituality and, um, not sort of like non-physical experiences. But if the pendulum swings in one direction too far, it turns into its opposite. So I think part of the problem with what you were starting to talk about is they don't necessarily understand the spiritual underpinning of the study of chemistry or physics or whatever.
could be, and also just a little factoid that could be interesting and germane to this topic is that in quantum physics, it's said that an electron could either be a particle or a wave, depending on the circumstances of how you look at it. So, in other words, light is a wave, and we think of matter as a particle. That they are essentially interchangeable, and that's maybe what the Lifewave patch is kind of bridging this this kind of these opposites together. So you're taking light and you're using it to manipulate matter.
Well, my understanding of the LifeWave patch is that it's sealed. It's not like the patch is, like you don't put the patch on because stuff from the patch is going to go into your skin or into your skin. It's sealed.
Yes.
And that's part of this technology with light and with reflection and so on and so forth. So yeah.
But what I'm saying is that that reflected light, like it takes the light from that you are basically the infrared energy that is us, and it hits this crystalline lattice and it bounces back as another kind of frequency that manipulates the matter within the body, the mitochondria and the DNA and the copper peptide, which is like we consider a physical entity, is stimulated by light and energy. So it's kind of an interesting um, kind of a like a bridge between worlds, possibly between spirituality and physicality.
You
Although
know, the other thing is that I'm starting to realize that it doesn't really matter how well you eat. It doesn't really matter how well or what supplementation you might do. It doesn't really matter how uh, you know how you sleep or how much you sleep or any of those things that we talk about as lifestyle. As part of lifestyle. If your lymphatic system isn't doing its job, which is primarily to remove waste, um, the waste doesn't get removed. Um, so the LifeWave patches are placed on specific meridian points to maximize the effectiveness and release what the Chinese call QI, on an area of the lymphatic system that's that's consistent with the idea that the body has a variety of electrical dermal potentials, like certain places on the body where there's heightened, that's why that's why acupuncture theoretically works, because you don't just put the needle anywhere.
Like
So
it's like pressure
We
points
hope,
on your
we
body.
hope.
You have certain pressure points, like on your hand. If you pinch between your thumb and your index finger, it can eliminate a headache, and it's just certain acupuncture points. And I think that may be the kind of the protocol that it uses. It uses those.
Yeah.
Those.
So one of the places that you put the patch, the X39 patch, is on the back of the neck.
Right.
And again, I'm just gonna. I don't mean to turn and appreciate that is where the knot on the head of the tree that we put on our heads if we do that as males in the Jewish faith. But the bottom line is it's a meeting point, according to Chinese medicine, of the governing vessel with all of the you've heard the concept yin and yang, right? Of all of the yang meridians, it's the point of what they call the Sea of Qi. So all of this means that it's going to have a direct impact on the meridians of the entire body, not just the back of your neck.
Yeah, it's like plugging into an outlet. It connects to everything through the certain points.
And then the other place the X39 patch goes is on the lower abdomen, and this works in a different direction because it supports the kidneys and the blood flow and congenital problems or just general effects of aging. I was shocked. I happened to have a daughter who had this problem when she gave birth, but it helps with the prolapse of the uterus. Like, I don't know it sounds crazy and sounds really scary, but a woman gives birth and her uterus comes out of her. It happens. Or it doesn't come out. It's just prolapsed. So it's interesting that the X39 patch has a place at the back of the neck, almost at the top of the head, not quite, but almost, and below the abdomen. In the lower abdomen, about as far south, so to speak, as you can get, without putting it on your legs or your feet. So I've been using it, and I've been putting both on, both places. And one thing's for sure, going back to the early video, the doctor that made that video, is that I used to get tired like at a certain point in the evening, which I guess to some extent makes sense as you start to wind down and get ready for bed. But now when I'm patching with the X39 patch, I'm like not tired. You have that experience, Ellie, or Danielle?
Absolutely. I cannot sleep with almost any of the patches except
I can sleep through the
she can sleep. But if I have any patches on my body, I wake up.
Yeah, so I have to make sure I take it off. Like if I put it on at say 7 a.m, I have to make sure that I'm not forgetting to take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed if I leave it on too long, I actually get like a burn mark on my skin.
Yeah, I have like a reaction to, but it doesn't hurt, which is weird.
You have some kind of a skin reaction?
Yeah, but
I don't know if it's a rash from the adhesive or if it's just being on there too long. It's like I'll get it. It's like, and it's almost like it wants to scab over, like it's a burn.
Wow.
Yeah, that's on my knee too for the SP6. That's where I put on my left knee, and sometimes it will get really red.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I think there's more conductivity than we realize
Yeah, that's probably why they say 12 hours, not like
Yeah,
14
I don't
hours.
want you to burn a hole through your skin, I guess.
Right. I hate when that happens.
I hate
Well,
it when I can put a screwdriver all through my leg and they can't even feel it.
well, let's leave it at this point. I'm sorry, Grant, that you didn't have more time, but we'll pick this up next week, and we'll continue this discussion of copper. Copper is all in the news these days, not only as a valuable metal, but I mean, I put copper pipes in my garden. There are a lot of films talking about people
Oh,
drinking copper cups.
speaking of copper, I got both my boxes of copper, so I got 1,000. I got
So
1,000
expensive.
pieces of copper sitting on my desk right now.
So wonderful.
Hey, have you guys, Norman? Maybe you've heard of this. I just want to say this real quick. I got a link for I can't remember, it was Instagram or something, for they're selling copper peptide. That it comes in like a vial, and you can
I mean, I'm sure that, yeah. I mean, listen, I think that it's just like anything else. I mean, as I was saying earlier, people have tried to put everything in a bottle. So, whether
yeah.
it's glutathione or copper or
Yeah, this company sells the glutathione peptides and the copper. It's the same exact description as the Lightwave. I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah, I just think that I just think, generally speaking, there are some exceptions. We may talk about one of the exceptions in a couple of weeks, but when you put something, when you take something orally and you swallow it, it's got to make its way through the digestive system.
Well, this is actually it's intravenous, or it goes into your skin. I mean, it's an injection.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
They're selling copper peptides in the same way I take my testosterone. It's in a little vial, and you draw out however many milliliter or milligrams or whatever it is, and you inject it. And I don't know. I'm because I'm still looking for a cure for the diabetes, and this one guy, he's got a protocol set up for these peptides. So I'm doing the research on. I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt myself, but it's very interesting.
I think in the world of alternative health and functional health and whatever else however else you want to describe it, the biggest things right now are peptides, peptides, antioxidants like glutathione, and what's the other thing? The big thing is just generally detoxing and getting rid of parasites.
Yeah.
Hey, I got my grounding pad. I've been sleeping on it, and I get on that thing, and I can't sleep until like 1 or 2 o'clock at night, and I just can't sleep. Man, I've been laying down on this pad at 10 o'clock, and I'm out like a light.
Is it a PMF mat?
I don't know. I don't know. Can you see?
I have a grounding mat too.
It's a like a plastic. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
It's just a black.
Yeah.
It's just a black mat, and it goes. You're supposed to sleep right on top of it, but it makes me sweat. So they said you can put it under one layer of sheet. So that's what I do. But boy, I tell you, I get on that thing and I'm out like a light.
You plug that thing in, right?
Yeah, it plugs into the grounding
you have to
side.
put it into the grounding port.
The round lug on your outlet.
But I take a slightly different approach to sleeping. I turn off all the electricity. The room is very dark. Sometimes I'll even have an eye mask.
Oh yeah, I got this too.
I'm trying to produce melatonin.
I got this too. It's a EMF bag, and I put my cell phone in it at night, so it doesn't.
No, I don't have the cell phone anywhere near me.
So it
It's in-
doesn't spew out any radiation at me.
Yeah, it's in another room and it's off. Well, that would be a good subject for our show too. Is like, you know,
EMFs.
yeah, because I think it's the
The
elephant in the, how do they say, it's the elephant in the room, or the,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always listening.
Grant. So I have the EMF sticker for so it's for your phones too if you're interested.
Is
in
it that little round disc thing? Sticks on your phone?
It's a little square thing.
Yeah, it's like a square thing. Well, different.
Yeah, I got one of those on my phone too.
I'm sitting at my desk and my laptop's on top of the desk, and underneath the desk is a huge piece of, it looks like aluminum foil, but it's not. It's some other type of material that this guy, he came through the house and he did it. He did his appraisal, and he said, you need to put that below your computer, below your desk.
Well, it's like a RF.
Sponge. It's what's behind it is all the power.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know that the computers and phones and everything put off so much radiation.
Yeah.
And also, you know, I was just thinking about this. My computer is on airplane mode. Maybe that has something to do with the picture, with the video.
Probably.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
For the life of me, I couldn't get, because last time I was on Safari and it worked just fine. This time I put on Safari, nothing. And it says wait for the host to enter the room, and I'm like, he's in the room. What's going on? And then all of a sudden it came on. I'm not sure, maybe Ellie changed something. I don't know.
Well,
But
Yeah, because you restreamed it. Well,
yeah, we had some
Restream
issues
had
with the
issues
restream
too,
about the
yeah.
chat, and
Oh.
who knows what's going on. But I mean, I think at the end of the end of the awakening, all these walls between platforms and passwords and all wires, it's all going to be cleaned up, and we're just going to live in
well, they're saying that we're not even going to have wires in our house at all. That
Right.
that they're going to have little tiny energy cells that go into your appliances, and that's crazy.
It's beautiful. I mean, it'll be
You
so
know,
really clean up the world of all this complication that the Satanists have amplified in our lives. But
Oh no, Norman. So I've tried the MCT oil today, and I had a lot of, like, I don't know if it was too much energy or a lot, but like right now I feel like super calm, but I think I feel energized at the same time. So I don't know if I feel tired and energized. I don't know.
well, MTC oil is really good for you. It's basically purified
when you take MCT,
coconut oil.
are you taking the one I?
Yeah, I got the same one that.
Yeah, are you taking the one I recommended?
Yeah, because it feels
The
like
CA plus C.
it feels like I want to fall asleep, but it feels like I have a lot of energy at the same time.
Maybe it's a combination.
Well, if you're taking the MCT oil,
yeah.
If you're taking the MCT oil and you're fasting,
No.
I don't know when it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, what is it? 3 o'clock there or 5 o'clock?
We ate
it's
a
5
lot
o'clock.
earlier.
It's 5 o'clock here. Yeah.
So you already ate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ate because we had a lot of broadcasts today.
I don't know if it
So
with the patches.
I mean, my point is, you might be in ketosis.
Oh yeah, I remember when I did the keto diet. I did it for a year, and I lost like 80 pounds. And when I was in ketosis, man, my brain was just cooking all the time.
Jeez.
I don't know how else to explain. I mean, talk about clarity of thought. I mean, it really does. It sends all that energy into your brain. It's amazing.
I kind of feel like clear-headed too and tired at the same time.
You relax.
I like your XRP shirt, Daniela.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
I want one of those too.
On X called Crypto Express, so that's where I got.
Daniela, how much did you take of the XRP?
I did.
Of the
I
MCT.
did a teaspoon because I've actually taken MCT oil before, but it made me feel crazy, so I had to stop it for a while. I'm not sure if it was. I don't think it had the same stuff in it like the as this one, but how this one says the C8 plus C10 oil from coconuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think mine had that in it before. I took it like a long time ago.
Oh, hey Norm, I never got an email from you.
Yeah, I apologize. I have your email address because when he sends out the link, he sends it to
Oh,
both of
okay.
us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What am I? Let me make a note. What am I sending you?
You're gonna send something for. You said you had something for your eyes or something like that.
Oh, right. The
Yeah,
The vision protocol.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, let's call it a night because we
Yeah.
still have another broadcast
Yeah.
to go, and we've already.
Okay. Well,
This,
sorry guys. I really
yeah.
did try
No,
to
no,
get
no,
hooked
it's fine.
in.
It's fine. No, I totally enjoyed it. It was wonderful to talk about science, and it's great to see you guys. And well, if anybody is interested in these patches, I think they're life changing. They are for us anyway. They're all kinds of. You can sign up under Grant or Norman or Rosemary or Daniela or me or whatever you want to do. We just want people to really get healthy. I mean, they're
Experience the benefits. I mean, it's just amazing. For me, it's been just terrific. Terrific.
How many people are on the chat?
it says
40.
40 right now, but
Oh, that's pretty
usually
good.
when it gets recycled, we get a couple hundred more.
Yeah.
So yeah, people enjoy. I think it's just nice that we just sort of hang out and with no real
Yeah,
agenda.
real
Yeah.
agenda.
When are
Good.
you going to do the Republic
I
broadcast?
did it already. I did it at 2 o'clock my time.
Yeah, and then we did the
So
Mojave County
and
one
we
like a
did we
few
joined the
days ago.
Mojave
Yeah.
County Republic. We really formulated the Mojave County Republic. There were just four of us, and we were able to do it.
But
And
there's
apparently,
a total of 39 that signed up, but only 4 were on.
right. But once you sign up your county, and we haven't finished the official part, but there are templates for it. It's not very complex. You are freeing everyone in your county.
That's awesome. I got the whole state of Florida to do. You know that, right?
Oh my gosh. Are you
Seriously. There's nobody there.
You're a state rep?
Are you the first one?
They're talking about making me like a senator or some.
Great.
Yeah,
That's great, man.
That's like the
Senator Grant or Congressman Grant. I guess they found some other guy to be governor. Nancy was saying, well, they're going to make you governor. I said, well, I don't know about governor.
Well, Musk, that's wonderful news.
That's great news.
And we'll catch you guys next week, same time, same channel. And look, it took me years to figure out the technology and all this stuff, and it's still glitchy. So just enjoy the process, and we'll. Like I said, if anybody wants to get on board and sign up with the Lifewave patches, we really appreciate it. And we also want to see you be healthy, and we want to see you in the Republic as well.
Yeah, we want to help you guys in any way we can. It doesn't matter who you sign up under. If you like one of us better than the other, all of us are just we're ready, willing, and able to help in anything you guys want to do. I mean, that's what we're here for. We want to share our experiences and our intellect and help whoever we can help. It's just like the Lifewave, just like the Republic. It's whatever it is. We're here, and we can talk about any subject you want to really talk about.
Ditto that.
All right, so we'll see you guys next week, and have a great night. I'll be live in a couple hours, but
in like a half hour.
I'm gonna. I want to do my regular ending, which is may the force be with you. May you realize that you are the force. May source be with you. May you realize that you are source. And let's get out there with a big smile on our face and rock the world.
Rock the world.
That's good.